The future of Courtland Sutton with the Denver Broncos has been a topic of speculation for months, and now a prominent NFL insider suggests that the receiver could be on his way to Pittsburgh. According to Benjamin Albright, an NFL analyst and radio host, it wouldn't be a surprise if the Broncos decided to move on from Sutton and send him to the Steelers in an attempt to strengthen their roster for the upcoming season. During his appearance on the Big Doug and Carmi show, Albright made it clear that the possibility of Sutton landing in Pittsburgh is more real than many believe. "I wouldn't be surprised if the Broncos move on from Courtland Sutton and see him paired up with George Pickens on the Steelers," the expert stated. This statement set off alarms among fans of both teams, as the arrival of a receiver of his caliber could significantly change the offensive dynamics of the Steelers. Additionally, Albright also mentioned that Russell Wilson will be wearing black and gold again next season, which could further facilitate Sutton's arrival. The relationship between the two players was positive in Denver, and Sutton has never hidden his admiration for Wilson. During their 2 seasons together, the receiver totaled 119 receptions for 1,576 yards and 12 touchdowns in 29 games. Even after Wilson left the team, Sutton maintained his respect for the quarterback and continued to stand out alongside rookie Bo Nix in 2024, accumulating 81 receptions, 1,081 yards, and 8 touchdowns. Despite Sutton's impact in Denver, the franchise seems ready to move on. With a young group of receivers developing and the need to free up salary cap space, the veteran's departure could be a strategic move for head coach Sean Payton's team. Sutton, who has been with the Broncos for 7 years, is currently the second longest tenured player on the roster. As for the Steelers, their interest in Sutton is nothing new. Since the NFL draft in April, rumors of a possible trade have circulated, though negotiations never materialized. Even during the summer and regular season, Pittsburgh remained interested, but circumstances didn't allow a deal to be reached. However, with a new opportunity on the table, both franchises could reignite talks and find a mutually beneficial agreement. A key aspect of any trade for Sutton is his contract. He currently has 1 year left on his deal with Denver, carrying a $20.2 million cap hit. To make the trade a reality, the Steelers would likely look to renegotiate his contract, offering him an extension to better manage their budget while securing a quality receiver for the long term. If Sutton joins Pickens in Pittsburgh, the team would have one of the best receiving duos in the NFL, something they have lacked in recent years. The Steelers' offense has been missing a reliable partner for Pickens, and Sutton could be the key piece to elevating their passing attack. With Arthur Smith coming in as offensive coordinator, the franchise is undergoing a major overhaul and looking to provide more weapons for its new starting quarterback. The next few weeks will be crucial in determining Sutton's future. If Denver ultimately decides to move on from him, Pittsburgh seems like one of the most logical destinations, given both the team's need and his compatibility with Wilson and Pickens. Time will tell if the Steelers are willing to make the necessary investment to secure a receiver of his caliber. Now the question is for you. Should the Steelers go all in for Courtland Sutton? Is he worth what Denver is asking for him? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and stay tuned to our channel for more exclusive NFL news. The Pittsburgh Steelers have been named as a possible destination for Shedeur Sanders in the 2025 NFL Draft. While it seems unlikely that they will move up to the top picks, an analyst from NFL.com suggests that the team could still be in the race for one of the best quarterbacks available. Eric Edholm, an NFL.com analyst, included the Steelers among the 7 teams that could acquire the talented Colorado quarterback. Although the top 2 quarterbacks are expected to be selected within the first 5 to 7 picks, Edholm does not rule out Pittsburgh as a dark horse candidate. Why not the Steelers? In my opinion, they are the best wildcard option right now, though it would be a stretch to put them among the favorites, Edholm wrote. Currently, there's very little clarity regarding Russell Wilson's situation in Pittsburgh. While he is campaigning to stay with the team, his future remains uncertain. Meanwhile, Justin Fields is a free agent, and the Steelers benched him in favor of Wilson. While they could consider keeping Fields, will they really bring him back as the unquestioned starter? Maybe not. Edholm analyzes how the Steelers could position themselves to draft Sanders. As of now, Pittsburgh holds the 21st overall pick in the first round, leaving them outside the immediate contention for the top quarterbacks. However, According to the analyst, there is still a chance that Sanders could slide a few spots in the draft order. There's no guarantee that Sanders won't drop a little in the draft, at home notes. Even if he and Cameron Ward are considered the top two options at the position, some quarterback-needy teams might opt for veteran solutions. Players like Sam Darnold, Kirk Cousins, Aaron Rodgers, or even Russell Wilson could be viable options for certain teams. If Sanders falls far enough, the Steelers could be in a prime position to take him without giving up too much draft capital. However, if the young quarterback continues to rise in projections, Pittsburgh would face a tough decision: mortgage their future in an aggressive trade, or bet on a veteran quarterback for the short term. At this point, it seems unlikely that the Steelers will make a major move to draft one of the top quarterbacks in the 2025 class. The franchise has historically avoided paying a high price to trade up in the draft. Additionally, there doesn't appear to be a clear-cut option this year that guarantees immediate success at the quarterback position. The most probable scenario is that the Steelers sign a free agent quarterback on a short-term deal. This would allow them to compete in the 2025 season without committing to a young quarterback who requires development. However, this strategy carries risks, as continuing to rely on temporary options could impact the team's long-term stability. Another key factor is the contract situations of veteran quarterbacks in free agency. Depending on how teams like the Vikings, Falcons, or Patriots approach their quarterback needs, the market could become more expensive, potentially forcing the Steelers to consider the draft as a more viable option. The dilemma in Pittsburgh is clear. On one hand, the team needs stability at quarterback, something that Russell Wilson and Justin Fields have yet to provide. On the other hand, an aggressive draft move could mortgage the franchise's future. If the Steelers truly believe in Shedeur Sanders' talent, they could start planning a long-term strategy to secure him. It wouldn't be surprising if the team explores a combination of players and picks to negotiate a better draft position. However, if they choose to rely on a veteran quarterback, their quarterback rebuild could be delayed for several more seasons. The big question is whether the Steelers are willing to take the leap and bet on Shedeur Sanders as their next franchise quarterback. Would this be the right move for the team? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Would you like to see Sanders in a Steelers uniform? Or do you think the team should look elsewhere